Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I am Liliana, woman with a vision. My message from God today is be careful of your surroundings and people that you are around. I had a dream last night. I woke up about 2:30, 3 o'clock. I always wake up around that time between 2:30, 3 o'clock, 3:30. But right before I woke up, I had a dream. And in that dream, I was in a restaurant talking to somebody. I'm just sitting there talking to this guy. I don't know him. I don't know him. I don't remember him from anywhere. I did not recognize his face. I wasn't really talking to him. I guess you can say I was just sitting there listening. And he was telling me, like, yeah, well, the people that we work with, about 35 of us, we go out to eat and we hang out or whatever. And he said this guy's name. I can't ever remember the name. I just remember that he said it was 35 people from where we work at, and that we go and we hang out. We gather together and we go and we hang out. And that he said this one guy had pizza yesterday at the place that they were going to today, but he's still going to come anyway. He said, yeah, I can't remember his name. Let me just say John. He said, John, yeah, John. He had this pizza. He named the pizza place. I can't even remember the name of it, but he said, I know he said pizza. He said, yeah, this pizza place, but we're going to today, about 35 of us or whatever. We usually get together, but even though he had pizza yesterday, he's still coming to the thing today. And so we're sitting at a table. It's just one of those 2-seat tables where he's on one side and I'm on the other side. And he's just telling me, I don't know if he's trying to tell me like, well, we're hanging out without you, or if he's trying to let me know like what's going on. I don't really know why he's telling me this. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, well, why didn't they invite me? But I didn't say anything. I was just sitting there listening, but I was thinking while he was talking, but I wasn't thinking out loud. I literally was just saying it to myself, but I could hear my thoughts in the dream. And I'm like, well, why didn't they invite me? And I was like, oh, okay. So I kind of felt some kind of way, because I'm like, why are they going out? But they're not telling me about it. Like, he's telling me that they're doing this. And I'm like, why is he telling me? He wasn't inviting me to it. He was just telling me about it. Like, yeah, we go out and we hang out. And I woke up out the dream. Like I said, I woke up about 2:30, 3 o'clock, like I always do. And I usually would just get my phone and go straight to my Bible, read my scriptures for the day. I'll get up and pray. Sometimes I'll just get up and just, kind of meditate about God and what God has done for me and everything. And I'll just get up and just kind of, ease my mind and try to go back to sleep. But for some reason, I just asked God, I said, God, what does that dream mean? Why was this guy that I don't know telling me this? Obviously, I would work with him or something, whoever he was, but I don't know him personally. I don't recognize that face. And I said, God, why are you trying to tell me that? So I thought about a conversation that I had with someone like a week or so ago. And I was telling them, I don't know what you all are doing if you don't tell me. As I felt like they were not inviting me to things. I don't know if that's why I dreamed that. I said, I feel like you all are kind of leaving me out, but it's cool. I wasn't even worried about it. I said, it's cool. It's just weird, but it's cool. I kind of brought it to their attention. But God was letting me know when I asked him, like, what does this dream mean? He let me know that when you're not associated with certain people, it's okay. Don't feel like people have left you out of anything. Sometimes that's God, or that's me, which is God, protecting you away from certain people. I was like, wow, that's my protection. Yeah, someone is going to come. Yeah, the devil is going to come, and he's going to tell you about it to try to throw it up in your face. But they don't know that them rejecting you or them not including you is me protecting you away from them, because we can't see everything that God sees. God sees what we can't see. He sees the seen and the unseen. He knows everything. And God let me know that is me protecting you away from these people, because they do not have good intentions towards you. And he also let me know that it's not all the people. It's not all the people that are around you. It's just certain ones. And that they don't like you. You have not done anything to them. You have not said anything to them that is wrong. They just don't like you. And when you come around, you draw attention. And they don't like the attention that you draw. You don't do it purposefully. You're just you're a good person. You're a decent person. So when you come around, it attracts people. So what they do is they try to get people to go against you. They want the people that you are surrounded around to go against you. So they'll talk negative or say bad things about you, and then no one will invite you. It's not that you're doing anything wrong. And that is God protecting you away from that certain group of people. But if the people who hung with there's certain people that's saying these things, if they really looked into it, they would ask those people why. Why are you saying these negative things or doing this towards this person? What did they do to you? They answer clearly. I can hear God say clearly that nothing. Absolutely nothing. You have not did anything to them. You don't even really talk to them. Just a good hello and goodbye. They just don't like your presence. Because people like you and people say good things about you. And people get jealous because of that. Which they shouldn't be, because if they was a good person, people would say good things about them. People would say good things about them. They just don't like your presence when you come on because you keep to yourself, you do your job, or you go in and you do what you're supposed to do, and you go home. They don't like that. Because they're so involved in all of the gossip and think they're part of the little, what they call it, the cool group or whatever. And they want to exclude you because you draw attention. You draw attention anywhere you go just by being quiet. Your light shines very, very bright. Don't dim your light for nobody. If you are someone and you are associated with a certain group, and for some reason, or you work somewhere, or you're part of an organization, a church, or some kind of organization or whatever, and certain people exclude you, don't worry about that. That is God protecting you away from certain people that's in that group that do not like you. They do not like you, and they have no reason not to like you because you've done nothing wrong to them. You don't even talk to these people. You know, it's personal. It's a personal issue that sometimes people have within themselves. They grown up that over the years when they were younger, they were bullied. People treated them wrong, and they grow up and they still have that mentality. They grow up in a house where the mother gossip, the father gossip, the aunties gossip, or they mistreat people or treat people a certain kind of way, and they think that that's okay. They grow up and they think that, yeah, it's okay for me to be this way. They may have even grown up in the church, but you'll be surprised that it is so much gossip and backbiting and things that go along in the church. When I was growing up as a little girl, certain churches that we would visit, these people would leave church at night and go over to certain people's house and just sit up and gossip. I don't know if they were talking about God, but they would be out to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. These church folks meeting up at people's house. I don't know if they was worshiping God or not. But out of that, I know for a fact that there was some things happening that wasn't right. 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, you don't got no business being out. A husband should be at home with his wife, and a wife should be at home with her husband and her kids at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, these people would literally sit up and gossip. This was after church. And you know they weren't all talking about no God. And the things that would come out of it was people, husbands were cheating on their wives and vice versa, and all kind of things were going on. And this is when I was a little girl. And it wasn't the church that I went to. It was a church that some people went to that I know. But just be careful of people gathering. I don't know why God just brought that to me, but people gathering and excluding you is either something they don't want you to see because they know you're going to be like, what is going on? or they just don't like you for no reason, because especially if you're a very positive person and people are negative, they sarcastic, always talking and gossiping. They're not gathering with good intentions. They're not gathering to have a good time. They're gathering to gossip and talk about people. So they don't want to include you in that, especially if you're more of a positive person, or you're talking about God all the time, or you're trying to be, on just a good level, no negativity or nothing like that. It's just like the saying, the world of its own. So if they negative, they want to be around negative people. They don't want to be around anybody positive. And it's nothing that you've done that's wrong. It's just that people group together and they want to be with people that are more like them. If you're different, of course, if you bring in positivity, I remember working at a place and the people would literally say, this is never going to change. This is never going to get better all the time. It was like so much negativity when there was potential for change and for things to get better, because it was really bad. Some of the things that were going on. It's just that everybody talked so negative. Nobody had a positive outlook on it. And even the people that had been there for a very, very long time, they weren't even trying to contribute to changing it. And then you walk in and you knew, and you're like, well, things need to change. What is going on? Of course, they're going to try to come up against you. Oh, you're trying to change things. Well, these things aren't looking good for this business or for this establishment. Like I said, people say this, birds of a feather fly together, and that's the truth. When you're walking in a different light and your light shines, people that are negative, people that do not have good intentions, people that are just plain old, always Debbie Downers. They're always talking down. They never talk uplift. They always talk about down, or they uplift themselves, but they don't lift other people. They gossip on the side, but, they put on the front on social media like they all sold out holy, but really they not, and you know it. Come on. That dream just made me think about my life and think about some people in my life. And it should make you want to do an assessment yourself. And also just think about the people that you're around. Be careful who you're hanging around. Don't always get offended when people exclude you from things. Take that as a blessing sometimes, because you don't never know what those people might have tried to do to you. I also had another dream that I gathered with a group of people, and I know this group of people, I stopped hanging with them. I stopped gathering with them. And I know they'd be like, why? Or they probably think that I'm holding a grudge against them. But God showed me a dream. He showed me a vision of these people trying to group up on me and just try to humiliate me. We're just saying all kind of things, and it's like they wanted a reaction, but I didn't react. I just sat there, and I'm like, oh, y'all just want a reaction from me. Y'all just want a reaction from me. You just want me to react to the negative things that you said to me, but I'm not. I sat there so calmly, and it made the people so mad that I was not reacting, that I was just like, whatever, yeah, okay, because I knew the things that they were saying that wasn't true. And I knew, it's like God had let me know already that they were saying these things on purpose to get a reaction out of me. So be careful of who you hang around. Be careful of people doing things just to get a reaction, because also in the dream, the guy that was telling me all of these things, God let me know that he just wanted a reaction out of me. Like he wanted me to say, well, why y'all didn't invite me? Why? And I didn't say nothing. I literally was just sitting there. It's like he wanted a reaction so he can go back and be able to say him, yeah, we didn't invite her and I told her about it. No. Whatever his intention was, it didn't trigger me. I just sat there. I was like, God is so good. When I woke up, I'm like, God is so good, because I don't know if that may be happening to me, or if that may be for one of you all, if this message may be somewhat helpful to you. You may be going through the situation. I don't know, but I just felt the need to tell that story, tell my dream, because I'm like, wow, that happens to us all the time. And I feel like that's God giving you a warning when he shows you things in a dream, and showed me someone that I don't even know. That might happen in the future, but because it haven't happened now, but I don't know. But God warns us, beforehand about things that's going on and happening in our life, and sometimes we just overlook it. But don't overlook the warnings that God is giving you when it comes to certain people in your life. He may give you a dream, or you may feel like something may be happening. Like, I feel like this happened already. God has already warned you about it. Just be careful of people around you, grouping up in groups and not including you. Don't get discouraged. Don't let them, don't react in a negative way. Just know that is God protecting you from all hurt, harm, and danger from anyone that does not have good intentions towards you. God is so good. God is so good. He is a faithful God. He's always looking out for us in ways that we have no idea. He's trying to slowly show us who people really are. Sometimes we overlook it, but be aware. Don't walk around with your eyes open, but spiritually closed. Ask God to awaken you spiritually on a spiritual level, heighten your sense of discernment so that you can know when people have good intentions towards you. God is so good. He is a good God always. I thank God for being here today. I thank God for waking me up this morning, and I thank God for giving me that dream. That dream was very powerful, even though it was a short dream. It wasn't long. And when I woke up and I asked God what the dream meant, God revealed that to me. And I just thank God for that. I am Liliana, Woman with the Vision. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, for listening to my messages, for liking and sharing. And don't forget to share this message with someone who may need it today. And if not, you can apply it to your own life. Thank you all so much. God bless you. Remember, I love you and God loves you too.